Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Chess Tactics in Middle Game. Last time we looked at overloading, this time we'll be looking into pawn promotion. So basically the whole focus in this video will be how pawn can be used especially in middle game to gain advantage over your opponent. So let's move on. So as mentioned, pawn advance basically involves gaining advantage using your pawn. It could involve attacking multiple pieces at one go, or it could involve your pawn advance to the 8th rank, as a result of which it could get itself promoted into a queen. So let's now try to understand what pawn and how effective a pawn advance can be used in order to gain advantage over your opponent. So in this position, white needs to make a move here. So basically, materially, both white and black seems to be having kind of equal amount of pieces. However, because of the positioning of the black pieces here, you have a very good pawn advance move here, which kind of creates attack on two pieces at one go. Here, if you have found the right move, that's e4, then that's really good. So basically what happened is that once you make this move e4, you're kind of attacking two pieces at one go. And now queen, because it being a very important piece, you need to protect your queen. If you're gonna make a move, run for some other square to like something like queen a5, then you'll be losing your bishop. So here in this position, bishop needs to take into pawn, bishop to e4, and then d into e4, and then you are like a whole piece up in this position, right? So that's how you can use your pawn advance. This is a kind of situation that kind of repeats a lot more in chess positions. You need to be careful with this kind of pawn advance. So moving on, let's look at another position. Here, as you can see, white needs to make a move. Try to pause here for a few minutes and come up with the right move so that your pawn advance would not be stopped, right? You can pause here. Right, so in this position, if you come up with a move rook h5, then that's really good. Otherwise it's okay. Keep practicing. I'm sure rook h5 is not so very easy to be identified so very easily. So the basic aspect is that in this position, when you are planning to capture with this pawn into knight, here you can see that rook would be able to capture the e6 pawn. So when the rook captures the e6 pawn, it in a way actually defends this square, so you won't be able to advance your pawn to promote it to a queen. So that's the reason why we are playing rook h5 here. So because of this move, black has to capture the rook, and now you capture the knight with the pawn, and then rook is not able to guard this square, because even if you play rook e5, you will be able to promote this pawn to a queen. And then once you are able to get a queen, I'm sure you'll be you'll find it very easy to win this game from here on. Okay, moving on, let's look at another position. So as you can see here, you need to come up with a black move here. So this is a kind of position which is kind of familiar. Mostly it kind of occurs in King's Gambit, right? Okay, so in this position, black needs to make a move. Try to pause here for a few minutes and come up with the right move here. Right, so in this position, if you have come up with the move queen into h2, then that's really good. You've done a very good job here. So basically what is happening is that you are threatening the opponent's rook with your queen, and there's only one choice for him. He needs to capture the queen with his rook, and then you will be capturing that rook with the pawn, and then you will be advancing that pawn to a queen. There is no other way to, white can put any white can't put any piece to stop the march of the pawn. So once even if you place knight f3, you will be able to promote your pawn to a queen, right? So that's it. So this is how you can use pawn advance to your advantage in middle game. So next time when you are looking at a pawn, don't try to underestimate the power of a pawn. Try to use it to your advantage. Okay, thank you.